Hi friends, I am going to make my banana nut protein muffins. I usually eat these first thing in the morning with my cup of coffee. I'm not a breakfast person, so one of these usually holds me over for quite some time. So I'm going to start with a 1/4 cup of butter melted, and then I get my ripe bananas. The riper they are, the more flavor these have and the sweeter they are. These aren't like overly ripe. And one little tip I can give you is that when mine start to go bad, I will throw them in the freezer. And of course, at that point, the only thing they're good for is baking. And they're very mixed, whatever you're making, very sweet, very good flavors. But today I am using these fresh bananas that are only a little too ripe. I'm really picky about my bananas. I will only eat them when they're very yellow. So once they start to turn brown at all, they become banana bread or banana muffins. So I am smashing the bananas with my fork. It's okay to leave it a little bit lumpy, but I don't like it real lumpy because then you get chunks of mushy banana in a bite. So I have this mashed up. Just like so, in the butter. And I use Kodiak Cake's Power Mix. It has a recipe on the back for the muffins. I usually tweak it a little bit to meet my needs a little bit better, but it is the high protein pancake mix. So that gets the protein in there that I need. So I add 2 cups of the Kodiak Cake's Power Mix, and then you need 3/4 of a cup of milk, where I either use lactose-free high protein milk or unsweetened almond milk. Today I am using the almond milk. Get all that blended together. It requires 1 egg. Of course, if you do not eat eggs, you're a vegetarian or whatever, you can always use egg alternative. I have used it and it turns out just fine as well. So I have my 1 egg slightly beaten. Okay, it's pretty lumpy and not well mixed, but we still have a mixing to go. So it takes 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I usually use just a little bit more because cinnamon is really good for your blood sugar, maintaining your blood sugar levels. So I have that incorporated here, and then it calls for 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I use monk fruit with allulose in it. I find that it's the only alternative sweetener that doesn't leave an aftertaste. So I use this quite often. Sometimes I will actually use the brown sugar only because it's only 1/2 cup and it gets separated into 12 muffins. So it's not that much sugar. But today I am using the monk fruit. And then it calls for 1/2 cup of nuts or raisins or whatever fruit you want to add. I figure it already has the banana in it, and I need the protein from nuts. I do not usually hit my protein goal for the day. So I try to incorporate it in anywhere that I can. So I have more than half a cup. It's probably closer to 3/4, roughly cut. And I'm kind of making sure that these are all even so that they cook evenly. I set my timer for 15 minutes and take them out right away. All right, so I have taken the muffins out of the oven and put them on a cooling rack. I like to do that so that if they're in the hot pan, the bottoms will continue to brown, and I don't want that. I don't want them any more cooked than this. So parchment paper comes right off. Put them on the cooling rack. Of course, I eat one. See how good that looks? It just tastes like a banana nut muffin. You would never know that it's high protein, sugar-free. It has all the nuts for the protein. They cooked for exactly 15 minutes. It would be very irresponsible of me not to tell you when baking, wearing a wig. Open the oven door off to the side so that that whoosh of heat goes by, and then reach in and get what you need or put in whatever. When I am making cookies where I'm in and out of the oven, I do not wear a wig. If I have people over and I am baking while they're here, I will have my husband get it out of the oven and do that for me, because if you get your wig too close to that heat, it will singe. You don't want that. So and it wouldn't look good if you have people over and your hair singes or catches on fire. That kind of puts a damper on the evening. So either my husband takes it out or I stand off to the side, let the heat out first, and then get what I need. I hope this has helped. I hope you've learned something, and hope to see you soon. Thanks.